In this tutorial, I will be going over setting up a map extension for Arc, as well as giving a few examples of different map extension workflows. First, you want to start by creating a folder for your mod. Go into the mods folder and create a new folder. Name this folder the name of your mod. In this case, I will name it My Map Extension. Now you need to copy over some files from the generic mod folder. Go into the generic mod folder and copy the generic mod level and the primal game data BP generic mod file into your new mod folder. It might take a while to copy, so for the sake of keeping this video as short as possible, I've edited out the load times. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Now that they are copied, save them by clicking Save All and then Save Selected in the new pop-up window. The next step is to rename these files to match our mod name. Rename the generic mod level to the name of your mod. In this example, my mod name is My Map Extension. And change the generic mod part at the end of the primal game data to be the name of your mod. Now open up your primal game data file. Again, this may take a while, so be patient. It'll open eventually. Enter your mod name, and below it, enter a short description of your mod. This is what appears in-game in the pause menu. Next, near the top of the window, search for Game Mode. And click the yellow Reset to Default button. We aren't using a custom game mode, so we need to set this back to the default one. Save the blueprint and close it. Open up your mod level and go to the World Settings window. If you don't have the World Settings window open, go to the top of the editor and select Window, and then click World Settings. In the World Settings window, search for Primal Game Data. Select your Primal Game Data, then click the arrow to the right of the Primal Game Data that is in the World Settings window. This will allow your mod to load your custom Primal Game Data. Now save the level. You've just finished setting up everything you need for a normal mod. What makes map extensions different is that they load in extra levels when the game starts. It doesn't matter where you create these levels or how you work on them. All that matters is, before you cook your mod, make sure your new levels are in the Island Submaps folder, which can be found in Game, Maps, and then the Island Submaps. Now I'm going to show you two different examples of ways that you can work on creating your map extension. The first would be the easiest if you're wanting to change something on the island map itself. Go into the Island Submaps folder and open up the level called the Island. This is the persistent level for the island map. If you haven't opened this level up before, be ready for a long load time. Now go to the Levels window. Just like the World Settings window, if you don't have it loaded, go up to Window at the top of the screen and select Levels. Then scroll down and search for the Landscape sublevel. Right-click and load it. Now find a spot where you want to add your own content. Alright, so now you want to create your level. So go to the Levels window and click the Levels drop-down button and select Create New. A new pop-up will appear asking where to save the new level. You want to save it in the Island Submaps folder. You can name your level whatever you want, but I recommend staying organized and naming it something like your mod name _ your level name. Click Save. And now your level is in the Island Submaps folder. Go to the Levels window and find your new level. Either double click it or right click it and choose Make Current to load the level and make it your current level. You'll know it's your current level if it's highlighted blue. Now you can start adding stuff to your level. I'm going to look for some rocks to put in my level, but you can put in whatever you want. Once you're done adding content, save your level. Now you need to cook your mod. To do that, click the Steam Upload button near the top of your screen. Select your mod on the left. You need to enter all the maps that you want to cook into the map section. First, you want to make sure that your mod map is there. Go to the Island Submaps folder, and then add any other maps that you want to cook, separated by commas. Now that your levels are in the map section, click the Cook Map Extension button to begin cooking. Map extensions take forever to cook, so be patient. I've had cooks take over 24 hours to complete, so either start the cook overnight or during some time when you don't need to use your computer. I'm going to cancel this cook so I can show you another way to work on map extensions. This is how I work on map extensions. For me, it's easier because you can just get in and start working and you don't have to wait for the island map to load up. Load up the test map or create your own like I have. You need to enable world composition so you can work on multiple sublevels. To do that, go to the World Settings window and search for World Composition. Make sure that the checkbox is ticked. Then go to the Levels window and select Levels and then Create New. Make sure you save this new level in the same location as your test map. Make this level your current level, then go ahead and add your content. Save the level and unload it. Now you want to move this level into the Island Submaps folder. Now that your map is in the Island Submaps folder, you're ready to cook. Same as before, click Steam Upload and make sure that your level names are in the Maps section. One problem with doing your map extension this way is the location of your level might not be exactly where you want it, so pay attention to the location in the lower left of the viewport. And make sure your level's where you want it before you cook your mod. You can use the Set Cheat Player True command to find your in-game coordinates. The most important thing with a map extension is that if you want your levels to show up in game, they need to be in the Island Submaps folder when you cook the mod. And that's pretty much it for setting up the basics of a map extension.